Hello, hi Rajiv ji. Kamal here from merasangi.com and a warm welcome to you today once again on our show Chat and Chai.
प्रणाम कमल जी बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया थैंक यू वेरी मच आई एंजॉय बीइंग हियर एज ऑलवेज
प्रणाम राजीव जी और उम्मीद करते हैं आप बिल्कुल ठीक होंगे इमिग्रेशन बिल में भी काफ़ी सारी तरक्की शायद आपको नज़र आ रही होगी जिसे हम पिछले कुछ हफ्तों से डिस्कस कर रहे हैं
see in some ways if such important things were not at stake this would be like a very interesting game of cricket where you never know what's going to happen until the last ball.
Right.
Because there is so much fluctuation in the way things are working out. Let me give a quick rundown. I like to do that anyway, as I had indicated the last time. Because the situation changes so rapidly, I would like to give weekly updates to people. There are, as I had indicated last week, there are two houses of the United States legislative body, the Congress. In India, Congress is a party. In USA, Congress is the name for parliament. Okay.
Right.
Similarly, in UK, what you call parliament, here we would call it Congress. In Congress, like in UK, in India, and many other countries as well, there are two houses, Senate and House of Representatives. So right now, there is a comprehensive immigration reform packet, about a 850-page bill, all told about 1,000 pages, which has been drafted carefully. Of course, it's not a perfect bill. There are problems there, but it's pending in Senate, and it has been passed by the Judiciary Committee, and it's right now being debated on the full floor of the Senate. Now, the politics in Senate is this: in order to get a good chance of passing in the House, which is conservative controlled, the Senate,
Right.
which is democratically controlled, must pass with a lot of Republican conservative support. If they don't do that, then the bill is doomed in the House. Right now, as of this morning, the count was the Democrats are saying we've got 64 votes. They need about 70 votes to get to that point where they feel comfortable in the House. Senator Cornyn has come up, that's one of the conservative senators, who's come up with an amendment which is creating a lot of controversy. What is happening
Right.
is that Democrats are saying, look, we will negotiate with Republicans, the conservatives, to a certain extent, but if you start encroaching upon too tough an enforcement policy, which takes away, the whole debate is about the balance between enforcement, which is we don't want any more illegal people coming into the United States, and giving benefits to those who are here. There's a balance there.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so what the conservatives are saying is we're not going to give benefits until we have a very tough enforcement policy. In a nutshell, that's the problem. Okay, and Democrats are saying, the liberals are saying that look, we can't have a policy that's so tough that it just makes everything meaningless. All this idea of providing relief to this 11, 12 million people who are illegal becomes meaningless. So there is that debate going on right now behind closed doors. As of last afternoon, Tuesday afternoon, no compromise had been reached with Senator Cornyn. Why is he important? He's important because they need every Republican vote they can get in the Senate.
Right.
Okay, so that's the Senate
Right.
picture. We don't know what's going to happen. They count 64 votes. They need 70. We don't know how it'll work out. On the House side, House was always of the opinion we don't need a comprehensive immigration reform. We want to do things piece by piece by piece. We want to address each facet of immigration separately. So in that spirit, the players in the House are Boehner, who's one of the he's the House Speaker. Kind of, we have speakers in India as well. So he's like the leader of the House, and then on the Judiciary Committee, which is one of the committees within the House, the chairman is Bob Goodlatte. What the chairman has done is they have passed a enforcement only bill. So a small bill. It's gone through the Judiciary Committee, and eventually it will be put on the House floor. Okay. So House has its own idea of how things should be done. Because House is controlled by conservatives, we don't know how it's going to work out. Next few weeks will be very interesting to watch. Again, I say that with all respect to the fact that some very important rights are involved. I shouldn't be calling it interesting in the sense of like we are watching a gladiator struggle against a tiger. It's definitely something which is not settled. We don't know how it's going to play out. So that, in a nutshell, is where we stand today. Uncertain. Same as last week.
So Rajivji, some queries here sent in from our listeners.
Yes, ma'am.
The first one here says he is married to a person who's now residing in India, and it's been almost 2 hours, 2 years of the marriage, but it's still taking time for him to bring his wife over to the United States. So he says, how long would the wait be, and can it be in any possible way done in a quicker way? Can I do anything now?
Well, has he told us what status he has in the United States? He hasn't told us.
Well, he is a citizen of the United States. He married 2 years back, and
Okay,
yeah, so it's
that
been a long time.
that makes no sense. No, that makes no sense. Most cases of US citizens applying for their spouses should be wrapped up within a year, most cases. Now,
Okay.
there is something here that makes absolutely no sense. 2 years is too long in my view. Okay, so is there a problem with them doubting the genuineness of the marriage? Is the matter being investigated? We need to know a whole lot more about this. But this is
Okay.
not normal. This is
The
abnormal.
yeah, the thing that I would like to add here is it's a second marriage for the wife. I mean, it's her second marriage. So, and it's his second marriage as well. So, do you think this could be creating an issue?
It can, but not an issue that could go into the second year of waiting or 2 years of waiting. I don't think it should be. It should not. It, in my view, no. I think it's too long.
All right, all right. So what can they do? What can, I mean, in case it is taking so long, what can they do?
Well, we have a community conference call scheduled for tomorrow. Every other Thursday we do one at 12:30 Eastern Time.
Right.
Let him call in. I want to know a little bit more about this, Kamalji. If he calls in, he goes to immigration.com and look at the top right. There is a link to the conference. Follow
Right.
the instructions. Log in tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. We'll talk about it. I think there is something off about this whole deal. Something is not right.
We move on to the next question here. It says, um, we are filing an H-1B petition for a 3-year period for a potential employee. However, they will be assigned to work at a client site, and the contract we have with the client is not for the full 3-year period. Will the petition be denied on this basis? And should we still want this individual to work for us for the full 3 years? What would you suggest?
What you do is, first of all, a petition is not denied just because the period of the contract is less than 3 years. But if the contract is only for 1 year or 6 months or 8 months or 2 years, you will get approval of the H1 only for that much period. Okay. Typically, some of these contracts are renewable. They keep getting renewed. You can definitely try to get a consent from the end client saying that, if it is the truth, saying that even though the current duration of the project is 1 year, we expect this project to be renewed indefinitely or for 3 years or 5 years. However, we cannot make a contractual commitment about it. That way, the client is not promising something which is not safe. They are not modifying the contract, but at the same time, they're making it clear that this is not a contract which is a dead end. So they can do something like that. That might work.
All right, okay. The next question here, Rajivji, is from a listener who says, I am currently on H-1B visa. Is there any way I can change the visa to F2 without having to go back to India?
Sure, that's easy enough. As long as you've been maintaining your H1 status till the day you file for the F2 change of status, and you can file it online. Okay, if you file it by mail, then you must maintain H1 status till USCIS receives your papers, physically receives your change of status request. If you've been maintaining status, change of status within USA should be a cinch.
All right, okay. So, Rajivji, these were the queries sent in by our listeners this week. Thank you so much once again for being a part of our show.
Always a pleasure, Kavalji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rajivji. Have a good day ahead.
You too, ma'am. Bye-bye.